Relentless Racing League, NASCAR dreams, full speed kings. Let's go. Relentless on the track, ain't no tapping the brake. Cup Series leaders got the whole grid shake. Xfinity stars with the future so bright. Truck Series banging through the day and night. ARCA rookies hungry, chasing that fame. NASCAR racing blood, gasoline in our veins. Green flag wave and the engine scream. 30 cars flying, living that speedway dream. Draft so tight, bumper to chrome. Every lap of battle, this is where we roam. Rubber business racing, yeah we know the code. Last lap glory on a victory road. From short tracks to super speedway nights, legends made under flashing lights. One mission, one name, one goal too. Relentless Racing League coming through. Relentless on the track, ain't no tapping the brake. Cup Series leaders got the whole grid shake. Xfinity stars with the future so bright. Truck Series banging through the day and night. ARCA rookies hungry, chasing that fame. NASCAR racing blood, gasoline in our veins. Tires burning sparks when we dive down low. 3 wide thunder putting on a show. Spotter call it clear, crowd on their feet. Photo finish moments can't accept defeat. Championship dreams in every lane. Only the strongest survive the strain. From pit road hustle to the checkered wave. Every driver brave, every fan amazed. History written when the engines fade. Relentless Racing League got the legacy made. Relentless on the track, full throttle rage. Cup Xfinity, trucks at the stage. ARCA rising, next gen flame. NASCAR racing power, remember the name. Speed, heart, glory, all the same. Relentless Racing League, we own the game, how? Relentless on the track. Relentless on the track.
Alright everyone, and welcome back to another installment of Relentless Racing League. Tonight we have the Dubby Energy ARCA Series at Rockingham for the Dubby Energy 125. I believe this is the third race of the Dubby Showdown. What is the Dubby Showdown? Well, here you go. How it works: the winner or highest non-winner finisher from the upcoming 4 races will qualify for a big head-to-head battle. Race number 3 at Rockingham. Final battle will take place at Gateway. Best finisher out of the 4 qualifying drivers will win a free starter pack from Dubby. So that's what's on the line tonight. I'm not sure who has already in. We'll have to do a little research to get that. Steps 4 extra sets of tires at Rockingham. Rockingham is a very fast, very fun, smaller track. Probably my favorite track on the service, but with this track usually comes some pretty big wrecks. So we'll see what these guys do tonight. Definitely going to have to be cautious, aware of their surroundings out there during this one, or their night may end early. I'm just getting ready to finish up practice and roll into qualifying here in a moment. All right. Switching over to qualifying. Let's see who is the first driver to get out on track. All right, we have Daniel Michelle out here. A few others starting to take time. Qualifying is what you would typically see. Oh, we lost him. At your normal NASCAR style race. However, along with starting, the person who starts in the first position earns that pole position, does get awarded 1 bonus point that will be added to their total number of points for this race. Alright, our first time up on the board, a 23.131. Brennan Mathia in second with a 23.870. That's probably a warm-up lap. You'll see that time increase. Drew Holleran up to P2 with a 23.350. Nathan Skidmore P3, 23.376. Tim Harmon a 23.39. Kevin Jordan a 23.40. Mathia up to the top with a 23.060. We got Shane Johnson out here looking to put in a time. Currently Mathia with a 060, Michelle with a 064. So very tight times currently between first and second position. Joe Nerton jumps up to P3 with a 23.20. See what Ben Ruse can do in that number 9 car. And 22 drivers have taken time so far. Looks like about 8 more who have not taken time yet. Ben Ruse jumps up to P3 with a 23.081. Charles Roberson up to P8 with a 23.295. William Brown, see what I believe he's on his second lap right now. Looks like he struggled getting off of turn 4. We'll see where this puts him on the scoring chart. 21st, not the time he was looking for. Joshua Thornton, one of our newcomers, all the way up to the 8th position. Ricky Barbary, currently 19th. I believe he is on his second lap right now, so we'll see where this falls on the chart. To increase. Got one of our new drivers out here, Dawson Wadlington, currently in 28th, the slowest of the drivers so far to take time. Not looking like he is going to improve at all. Still got about a minute left in qualifying. No drivers on track. So we'll go over our race info. Rockingham Speedway is just shy of 1 mile in length. Track temperature is a very warm 111 degrees. 7-mile-an-hour wind. So definitely going to be some slipping and sliding around out there tonight. All right, just waiting for the time to expire in qualifying. Looking like we're going to have 30 to 32 drivers tonight, so a good size field. Justin Barkley, hi. Mallory up there, rooting for Mathia in that number 88, sitting currently on the pole. Pretty sure he's got it locked up as, yeah, qualifying is done. All right. Drivers are gridding. And we are going to get this 125 lap race underway. Looks like we got quite a few viewers out there. Viewers, who you thinking for the win tonight? Just patiently waiting. Yeah, I know. The list is dwindling down to you here pretty quick, I would imagine. All right, let's see. Waiting on a few drivers to grid yet. We will get this race started. Think old Tim's gonna win this, huh? Well, one of the high side boys has a win on the season, but not the one that you would expect, I would imagine. Old Fastbender got the dub at Daytona this season. Let's see, let's check some standings here. And none of the other ones have, yeah, just Fastbender. Number 4. Number 4, that's Skylar Dockery. All right, looks like we have all of our drivers out there, and we are going to get this race started. All right, one pace lap it looks like, and we'll get rolling here. Mathia on the pole, Michelle to the outside. Let's see, Ben Roos in 3rd, Joe Nerton 4th, Nathan Skidmore 5th, Drew Holleran 6th. 7th is Joshua Thornton, 8th, Brian Marshall 9th, Charles Roberson 10th, Josh O'Connor. All right, pace car is down pit road, and we are green. As they battle down into turn 1, double file pretty much throughout the field. Looks like we already got a couple cars maybe hitting the wall, and we got one going around in the back. No caution yet. There's the caution. Looks to be Ken Millington. Let's go back and take a look. see if we can get a better angle on this. That's that 49 car out there. Looks like he just got into the wall off of turn 2, down into the 63 and the 35. And that would be the cause of the caution. All right, first caution of the night on lap 1. Let's go take a peek at some of those cars involved. Let's take a look at McCoy Benke. A little bit of damage on that right front, but not looking too terrible. Let's see, where is... Can't find him now. Front end of Ken Millington's car looks alright. Rear end, not so much. Gonna be sitting there getting some damage fixed. Few takers down pit road. Josh O'Connor, Edward Peltz, Matt Webb, McCoy Benke, and Ken Millington involved in that first wreck. I think Josh O'Connor may have been involved in that as well. I don't see any damage there, but I cannot recall who that third car was. And McCoy Benke getting off of pit road. Looks like Millington is going to sit there for a bit, get some more damage fixed. Lights are out on the pace car. Daniel Michelle is the leader. Got around Brennan Mathia at the time of the caution. He will have control of this restart. Choosing the bottom line. And green flag is out. We're going again. Michelle gets a great jump. Gonna clear. Ben Roos battling for a second. Looks like he may get around that 88. 88 out of the throttle. More cars into the wall at the back. Like the 73 of Tim Harmon possibly. Single filed out up front. Roberson in 7th, and I think that is Joshua Thornton to his inside. They cross the start-finish line. First double file battle right here. Everybody else out front. Single files at 20 either got loose or cut that car way down hard. Kevin Jordan drops to the bottom, thought about going 3 wide. Teammates all here in this 4. Alan Coons, Kevin Jordan, John Fassbender, and Tim Harmon. Fassbender in that 2 car up on the top line. Check on the lead out front. Michelle with a half a second lead over Ben Ruse. Drew Holleran up to 3rd in that 19 Toyota, and Brennan Mathia falling to 4th as they're wrecking behind 52 car. That would be newcomer Joshua Thornton. Well, let's take a peek. Everything so far has been off of turn 2. We're going to see what happened. Oh, 72 actually got up into the 52. Pushed him into the wall. Looks like he caught the apron just a bit. 94 Brian Marshall involved. Looks like, ooh, 48 William Brown involved in that. Got a few there. Caution number 2 on the night. 10 laps in. Rough start for these ARCA boys. We'll see if they can get it cleaned up here. See. Looks like we had a few come down pit road. Brian Marshall, Pierre Roy, Matt Thorns, McCoy Benke, Josh O'Connor, Matt Webb, Edward Peltz, Joshua Thornton. All down pit road. Daniel Michelle currently leading the race in that number 25 Chevy. Ben Ruse in second. Drew Holleran in third. Brennan Mathia fourth. And Joe Nerton fifth. Lights are out on the pace car. We'll be going green next time by. All right, lights are out on the pace car, and we are green. 25 Daniel Michelle gets a good launch. Side by side, turns 1 and 2. Single filed out up front as the 14 actually goes to the apron. I haven't seen anybody do that yet. I don't know if that was by intent or just a slight bobble on the steering wheel, but able to make it work. Running right in front of that number 60 of Alan Kuens. Michelle out to a big lead over Ben Ruse, Brenna Mathia, and Drew Hallman, and Nathan Skidmore. Charles Roberson in 6th, Joe Nerton 7th, Alan Kuens 8th, Brant Humphrey 9th, and Tim Harmon rounding out your top 10. '72. Getting a little high off of turn 2 again. Looked like he almost got into that left rear of the 60 of Alan Kuens. Tim Harmon behind him now, trying to find a way through. See if Tim's able to make it work as the 48 of William Brown all the way up against the wall. 72 looks underneath the 60 off of turn 4. See who's going to get the spot. The 72, the bottom line is going to be dominant. That's kind of what I've seen here as well, especially with this car on this newer layout, is the bottom line is the place to be. We see some people venturing up towards the top, but not sure how well that is going to work. Michelle out to a comfortable 7/10 of a second lead. Mathia up to P3. Drew Holleran fell back to 4th. And now is under attack from the 96 of Nathan Skidmore. A little further back in the pack, we got the 15 car of Dawson Wadlington. I feel like I should be wearing a crown saying that name. It sounds very knightly or royal. Second line, looks like the 7 might get around him here. 7 had a little wiggle there off of the corner, gonna cost him some time as the 15 makes it around, and so does the 98 of Matt Webb. Side by side behind him, Edward Peltz and the 59 of Josh O'Connor. Seem to be really struggling off of turn 2 right now. Track is pretty slick, and turn 2 is the most difficult turn in my opinion on this track as they go 3 wide, 59, 98, 35. 98 up the track, gets sideways. I think he caught it. He caught it, but he is going to be slowing some cars down as he tries to regain his speed. Like the 4 of Skylar Dockery cut him a little bit of a break there, gave him the time to gather that car up and get back up to speed. 24 laps into a 125 lap race, single filed pretty much throughout the field at the moment. Michelle out front, Ben Ruse in second, Mathia third, Drew Holleran fourth, Roberson fifth, Merton sixth, Nathan Skidmore 7th, Grant Humphrey 8th, Old Tim Harmon 9th, Kevin Jordan 10th. Single file to the top 15 or so. Seeing a lot of drivers starting to separate from the rear groups. 26 laps in, I'm curious how those tires are wearing. It looks like we have some people struggling out there just to maintain pace. Got to move back here. Looks to be, I believe that is Ricky Barbary, I think, got around Kevin Jordan. Not much action at the moment. We've got some crashes, it looks like. No caution yet. Looks like it will not bring out a caution, but we will go back. Oh, whoa, Kevin Jordan's. Simmer down there, Kevin. Let's go take a peek and see what happened to a couple of these guys. This is the 7 of Edward Peltz. The car in front of him, 63, got checked up, 7 involved, and the 7 got tagged by somebody. No caution, though. Looked like the 63 was the car that got checked up. That's Samuel Phipps. Edward Peltz nowhere to go. And then somebody kind of finished Edward off. staying green for the moment, single file. Got a little bit of a battle here with Charles Roberson and Drew Holleran. That would be for the 4th position as they get close. Ruse is definitely gaining. Something is going on. Let's go check, because Michelle slowed way down. Ruse caught him extremely quick and passed him. Michelle maybe have a little issue there that we missed. Michelle staying on that bumper of the 9. Looks like we had another crash from that 7 of Edward Peltz. We'll go take a peek at that real quick and see what had happened. Oh, just a self-spin, all that damage on the back. Oh, I think that's why we saw the 9 get the lead. That totally makes sense. That right there cost the 25 car a lot of time. Had to check up for that car spinning, and Ben Ruse just caught him. Looks Ben put in like 500 laps of practice for this race. I expect him to be a contender. Bryce says we're running a good line. Yeah. But by the looks of it, right now, the 9 is yapping the 25 a little bit. All right, 35 laps in, approaching some lap traffic here. Ken Millington, that first caution of the night, he was involved in. Spent quite a bit of time on pit road. A little back, further back in the pack, Kevin Jordan, Grant Humphrey, Ricky Barbary, Tim Harmon, 54, got a little slideways there, able to gather it back up. Tricky Dick says, go O'Connor. Oh, the 1. Noah Holman into the wall off of turn 2, right in front of second place. Harmon looks low underneath the 72. 72 gets a little wide. Let's see if the 73 can make the pass. Still side by side. 73 he is going to clear and bring the 54 along with him. Makes it around Ricky Barbary. Grant Humphrey falling back a little bit, lost 2 positions. Drew Holleran has 2 lap cars in front of him, the 1 of Noah Holman and the 49 of Ken Millington. Got some drivers down pit road. Todd Wagnold. I don't know if I'm saying that right. If not, I apologize. And Dawson Wadlington. Let's see. Let's go, Ben. Come on, Skyler. Deadpan is watching. I don't know what Deadpan is, but I would be very curious. All right, well, let's check some stint lengths here. It's like O'Connor, the first one on a different cycle, back in the 15th position. All others on 40-lap old tires. The field definitely spread out at the moment. Ben Ruse with 0.6 of a second lead over Daniel Michelle. Mathia 2.5 back. Roberson 3 seconds back. Holleran in 5th, about just shy of 5 seconds back as the 72 hits the wall off of turn 2. battle right now between the 60 and the 72. Alan Kuhns and Brant Humphrey. Alan Kuhns to the bottom, Humphrey to the top. Christopher Dake tried to get through there as well. Oh, and they get checked up by that one car. Looks like the 60's going to make it through. Timed it quite well. 72 gets through, no problem. 6, Christopher Dake is now under attack from, I believe that might be Sean Pointer out there. I'm not sure. Yeah, that is Sean Pointer out there in that 46 car. 21 cars on the lead, 19 cars on the lead lap. Six looking to make a run underneath the 72. 72 gets wide off the corner. That's going to open the door for the 6 and the 46. Ben Ruse is a little over a second and a half over Daniel Michelle. Roberson 3.5 back, Mathia 4.5 back. Got a battle right now with the 19 and the 95. Drew Holler and Kevin Jordan. Kevin Jordan lost a little bit of speed off of through turns 1 and 2. Turn 2 is definitely a little tight. Car wants to push out to that wall. If you miss your line a little bit, it will send you out to that wall, or you are going to have to lift significantly. I would say probably the most tricky part of the track is getting off of turn 2. Skylar Dockery down pit road. We might have a little battle brewing right here. The 6 gets around the 60. Mathia down pit road. Let's see when the rest of them come down. 50 laps in. Brant Humphrey down pit road. Michelle losing more time. Ruse 2.5 seconds up. Let's see when the leader decides to come down. Gonna run into some lap traffic here momentarily with the 35 of McCoy Benke. Maybe the 48, yeah, the 48 of William Brown. All right, Noah Holman down pit road. Tim Harmon down pit road. We are in the midst of a green flag pit stop. Alan Kuhns down pit road. And John Fassbender down pit road. And this is where things can get very, very interesting when we have fresh tires against old tires. Oh, 15 slideways off of turn 4. Cars merging back on track. Michelle down pit road. Ben Ruse, the last of that group, still out there. Roberson up to second. Skidmore up to third. Nerton down pit road. .35 of McCoy Benke down pit road. Zachary Woolard down pit road. Our leader, Ben Ruse, getting by some lap traffic here. Roberson. Caution. Caution is out. Oh, we've got some crashes. Let's go take a look. Come on. It's not what I want. This is the one I want. We're going to back this up here. It's like the 4-car. Got wide off a turn 2, down into the 60. Turn the 60 into the wall. 60 turns back into the 4. 72. Oh! Launched the 60 in the air. We're going to go take a look here. Back this up. And see what happens. 72 didn't check up. Got in the back of the 19. Launched the 60 up in the air. And chaos ensues. All right, well, that is going to work out quite well for some of these drivers, looks like. Most of them down pit road. See how it all plays out. Got some in pits and others not. Very interesting. Ben Ruse did not go down pit road, it doesn't look like. Looks like he's coming down this time. I'm not sure how this happened, but Roberson is going to be the leader. A lot of wave around cars. Roberson, Skidmore, Jordan, Pointer, Dake, O'Connor, Webb, and then I think it's going to be Ruse in 8th. So that really shook up our front runners. Roberson the leader. Oh, lights are out on the pace car. And a lot of wave around cars. This may get delayed. Green flag is out. It goes. The 20 gets a good launch. Looks like we had caution is out. Let's see. Something happened to that 49 car. Let's back it up. Looks like he was trying to catch the pack. And maybe just drove right into the pack. That's exactly what happened. Locked up. So he didn't actually crash. But yeah, all the drivers trying to get caught up. And it looks like just a lot of chaos there. So I believe the yellow flag was thrown by the admins to get everybody caught up. iRacing should have delayed that start regardless. Some craziness going on right now within iRacing. O'Connor down pit road. Got a few takers down pit road this time. All right, we're gonna Three Rackaman. Go again. Light still on the pace car. Tricky Dick, why you call Matt a Muppet? All right. Lights are out on the pace car. 1 to go this time by. Hopefully they can get everything sorted out this time before the green flag drops. Looking a little better anyways. All right, pace car gonna drop down pit road. Green flag is out. Roberson gets a good launch. 96 able to hold on to second there. 95 struggled on that restart. Gonna hold the fourth position. Thaya working the outside. Christopher Dake to the inside. Mathia's gonna make the pass. 54 Ricky Barbary looking to the bottom. 6 slides up into the 48. They keep it going straight. Oh, 6 car slideways off of turn 2. Gathers it back up. That's gonna slow that 48 down. He is now under attack from the 59 of Josh O'Connor. That 48 just looking for a way through, wants to get around the 6 as he hits the wall on entry to turn 1, up the track. This is going to get really tight off of turn 2. They keep it straight. Tim Harmon giving plenty of room. Roberson has a 2/10 lead over Skidmore out front. Sean Pointer in third. Kevin Jordan in fourth with Ben Ruse up to fifth. Matthias sixth. Big loser in all of that was Daniel Michelle. Fell to the 13th position. Tim Harmon looking underneath the 48. But Tim Harmon is a lap down. He would be the first car 1 lap down. Should a caution come out, he would get the lucky dog and get back on the lead lap. He is battling, I believe, his teammate, John Fassbender, for that position. Zachary Woolard also 1 lap down in that number 67. Roberson extending his lead up to 0.3 of a second over Nathan Skidmore in the 96. 14 looks below the 73. Joe Nert and Tim Harmon side by side. Harmon going to keep the throttle down off of turn 4 and keep the spot. Really not a position at this point. 14 gets around, slides up in front of, I believe that is Ricky Barbary. As a 15, see him make a big move to the bottom. He is, I believe, 3 laps down. Matt Webb sends it underneath. Couldn't tell who that was. Roberson, Skidmore, Jordan, Pointer, Ruse, your top 5. Single file back through at least the 10th position. Even further than that, single file all the way back. Skidmore starting to inch into that lead. .15 down to about a tenth there for a moment, back up to 2/10. Looks like Roberson is easy on corner entry and Skidmore is pushing hard on corner entry. Got a little slideways off of turn 2, but able to gather it up, keep the car going straight. Car battle up here with the 9 of Ben Roos slightly behind these 4 front runners. Let's go back a little bit and check on some of our other drivers. Got a battle here with the 48 of William Brown and the 14 of Joe Nerton. 14 into the wall off of turn 2. That's gonna open that gap up a little bit. 48 has a little bit of breathing room. Back up front, Skidmore inching back in after having that slight mistake earlier. Kevin Jordan and Sean Pointer battling for the 3rd position. Ben Roos has reeled this front pack in. Little ride along with Ben Roos as he tries to catch these front 4. See how tight that turn 2 is versus turn 3 and 4, quite a bit wider, able to carry a lot more speed off the corner as Aruz makes the pass on Sean Pointer for P4. Skidmore slideways again off of turn 2. Kevin Jordan. Looks like Ruse has that long run speed. And then Ruse looks underneath the 95. Gonna have the preferred line through 1 and 2. Let's see if he can gain a little bit. Not gonna be able to. 95 holds the position. Car working over the bumper of that 95. Makes a move to the bottom again. He's got him this time. 9-car Ben Ruse up to P3. Looks like we're starting to see some more pit stops taking place. Check our stint length. Most hitting about the 30 lap mark. Mathia on slightly older tires. Ruse up to second, got around the 96 of Skidmore. Sets his sights on that 20 car of Charles Roberson. Closing the gap. Lap car on the bottom line, possibly costed the leaders a little bit of time. Skidmore makes his way around the number 10 of Shane Johnson. And Shane Johnson is the first car 1 lap down. Well, Holman down pit road. Josh O'Connor down pit road. With 35 laps to go. I'd be curious if any of these guys are going to try to split this run in half. Oh, there's a wall hit. Kevin Jordan working the 96, trying to get up to P3. Car. That's an interesting paint scheme. Number placement on that. Not very often you see the number behind the door. And we have a battle for the lead. Ruse and Roberson. Roberson able to hold the position for now. 30 laps to go. Hitting that 40 lap mark on tires. I think everybody will most likely need to pit. I am not entirely sure what a fuel run is, but I think that tires are going to be more important than fuel as Ruse gets a good run off of turn 4. Going to back up his corner entry a little bit, try to get a better run off the corner. Very difficult to pass as the 9 almost got into the back of the 20. Gonna cut it low side by side across the start finish line. 20 runs the car up the track. Gonna carry the speed off. 9 jumps back in line. Roberson always runs good, especially in this car, but now they have a new driver entering that could mess this up a little bit. Mathia down pit road. The 48 on those fresh tires comes around. The 9's got to run again to the bottom. 20 up the track, going to try to get a good run off of turn 2, but they're off of turn 4, but the 9 is there. 20 battling back on the outside. Lap cars in front of them. This is more about picking the correct line, and it looks like the 9 is going to get to the correct line. 20 battling back, though, on the high line, 3 wide. 67 to the outside as they get close off of turn 4. 20's going to hold that lead. 98 in front of him. He goes to the bottom line. Oh, 9 tight into the 20. Able to save it. Whew. That brought the 46/920 car into this mix again. Three laps to go. 9 cars on the lead lap. 98 just went a lap down. Matt Webb. Zachary Woolard down pit road. 20 and the 9 both down pit road. 20 gets a little wide. Side by side, who's going to have the advantage? This may hurt the 20 because the 9 has a pit box a little further up. Looks like the 9's going to lift and let him by. 20 has an earlier pit box than the 9. This is going to be a very interesting battle. The 9 being a sportsman lets the 20 get to the inside to get to his pit box. 20 did not take 4 tires, I don't believe. Ben Ruse did. Let me see here. Ben Ruse, yep, 14-second stop. Charles Roberson and Kevin Jordan, 9-second stop, meaning they took 2 tires. Ben Ruse on 4 tires. Christopher Dake leading the race at the moment. Joe Nerton in second. Daniel Michelle third. Ricky Barbary fourth. Matt Webb back on the lead lap. And Roberson 1 car a lap down. Let's see if there is enough laps left for that 9 car to get back to the 20. We'll check out our leader, Christopher Dake, as he comes down pit road. Gonna hand that lead over to Joe Nerton. 5, Kevin Jordan. Oh, Nerton in the wall. Still leading. 9 able to get back around. That will put him on the lead lap. Jordan in front of him. O'Connor, Roberson. All in front of Ruse. Ruse took 4 tires. The other 3 took 2, I believe. Didn't check O'Connor. Let me see what he did here. Caution. Caution is out. 98, Matt Webb. That is going to change everything. Let's see what happened to the 98. Tried to... Oh, he got run over by the 13. It almost looked like he may have been slowing down for pit road. Not entirely sure, but he definitely was off throttle quite a bit. So that is going to cycle the 25 of Daniel Michel back to the lead. Ricky Barbary will be in second. Roberson will be third, Nerton fourth, O'Connor fifth, Kevin Jordan sixth, and Ben Ruse in seventh. Michel down pit road, Barbary down pit road. That's going to hand the lead to Roberson. Nerton down pit road. Kevin Jordan will be second. Ben Ruse will be third. So we are going to have a battle here for the last few laps. Laps to go. Should be about 12 laps to the end of the race, so we're gonna have a good little battle here. Enough time for some drivers to try to make some moves. This may be the point where those 4 tires work quite well, having everybody bunched back up. It's all gonna depend on this restart. We're gonna have a fun little battle here to the end. 12 laps to go when they go green. Roberson to the bottom, Kevin Jordan on the top. The green flag is out. Jordan did not get a good launch. This may open the door for the 9 to slide up to that second position with those 4 fresh tires. Got a car moving way to the left, a little further back in the pack. The 9 moved up to the second position. Ben Ruse, 88, in a pickle here. 3 wide. Joe Nerton up into the wall. Let's see, can Ben Ruse catch that 20 car of Charles Roberson? 10 laps to go. Side by side for third, Nathan Skidmore, Kevin Jordan, Daniel Michelle right behind that pack. Michelle looks to cut it 3 wide. May take it. I think he took it. Still 3 wide. They're tight. They're tight. They kept it going, though. Ben Ruse is there. Let's see if he can get the run to make it around the 20. He's there. So close to that bumper. Nathan Skidmore was battling for the 3rd position. He's fallen back to 7th, I assume, all because of that 3 wide battle. Michelle looking underneath Kevin Jordan for P3. Ben Ruse getting a good run through turns 1 and 2. Gotta know is underneath the 20. The 20 goes a little wide. Will he be able to carry the momentum down the front stretch? The 9 is there. The 20 on the top. The 9 on the bottom. The 20 makes the pass for the lead. I'm sorry. The 9 makes the pass for the lead. Ben Ruse to the point. 20. Charles Roberson going to try to reel him back in. I think those 4 tires are a little too much to overcome right now for the 2 tires on that 20 car. Battle back here for the 4th position. Josh O'Connor and Kevin Jordan. Got Tim Harmon and Brennan Mathia. That will be for the 6th position. Ben Ruse driving away out to a 1/2 tenth lead. Now Charles Roberson under attack from the 25 of Daniel Michelle. I believe he has the freshest tires in the field right now. Able to get to that bottom line underneath the 20. Michelle up to P2. Roberson battling back on the top line. 25 gonna do the crossover, little slide job. Ben Ruse out to about a 2nd lead as a slight contact in the back between the 95 and the 59. 73.88 door to door. 3 laps to go. 2 laps to go now. Ben Ruse leading Daniel Michelle 9/10 of a second. Daniel Michelle, I don't think he's going to be able to even come close. Ruse out to just shy of a 2nd lead. 1 lap to go. White flag is out. Josh O'Connor, Kevin Jordan continuing to battle for the 4th position. As Ben Ruse enters turn 3 for the final time tonight. Ben Ruse gets the win at Rockingham. Daniel Michelle in 2nd. Roberson holds on to 3rd. Kevin Jordan 4th. Josh O'Connor 5th. Ben Ruse gets his first win of the season after leading 34 of 125 laps. Had to fight through the field to get back up towards the front and able to get that checkered flag tonight. All right, we're going to hold off here for a moment while we wait for our podium finishers. We'll get some interviews done. as he blows his engine doing his burnouts. Looks like we got one of our podium finishers. We're still waiting on the other two. Looks like we're just waiting on our race winner at the moment. All right, it looks like we have him. We will start with our race winner, Ben Ruse. Ben, Tony in the booth, you got a copy.
Yes, sir, Tony. Let's go.
Man, decided to
Woo!
take the 4 tires on the last stop, and it paid off.
Yeah.
Got you the win
Oh
tonight.
man.
First win of the season. Tell us about your race a little bit.
Yeah. Oh man. I messed up big time when that caution came out somewhere around 70 laps. I'm not quite sure. Um, but I don't know. We came right up to the pace car and it was in 3 and we were pitting right away and I wasn't paying attention to that. I thought it was going to be a little later. So I screwed up, lost my track position and then took 4 tires, tried to stay calm and take care of my tires that last stint. Um, and then, yeah, I don't know. Dude, I did so many practice laps. I probably did about, I mean, a little under 700 practice laps this
Wow.
week since I bought the track Sunday, and I practiced with my boys at Premier, and I practiced with Drew. He was good help, and holy cow, I wanted this one pretty bad after Kentucky, so for it all to fall into place like that, I'm just really pumped.
Absolutely, as you should be. But I do want to talk about one thing here, and that was
What's up?
the long run speed you had. Seemed
Yeah.
like you were the only person that in the field, at least that I noticed, that was able to hold on to those tires longer than everybody else. And I feel like that's why you were able to drive back up through the field, and then the 4 tires at the end kind of sealed the deal for you. So I, I
Yeah.
I feel like that was definitely something you must have worked on during your 700 laps of practice.
Absolutely. I did my research on this track and I watched a couple content creators and I got a couple tricks out of it and they really helped on the long run. I was really backing up my corners and using really light gas or really light brakes on my entries and then just I mean from running so many laps I kind of knew when the tires were going to fall off. There's kind of stages of its fall off and you have to stay ahead of it. Otherwise you start really wearing your right front. So that's kind of where I was. The amount of practice laps really just kind of helped me there.
Absolutely. I'm supposed to ask you about a new rig. You're
Oh
you're
yeah,
getting apparently.
yep. I told Riley Hoots that I would get pedals if I got a win. So man, I got to add those to the cart and get them over here for my road course because I'm gonna need them.
Absolutely. What kind of pedals you getting?
I'm thinking about getting some Moza pedals,
Okay.
but right now I'm using the Logitech ones, and they've got a little bit of a. I think I need to clean them, but they glitch a little bit. Like you can't really hold a smooth throttle as much as you want to. But
Well, they were good enough to get you the win tonight. Congrats on that. Let's
sure.
see. Uh, First win of the season, fourth top five, and fifth top 10 in 8 races. Entering the race, you
Woo.
were in fourth in the standings. I'm not sure where you're gonna be now. Let's see if they did update. Jumped up to third in the standings. So congrats on that. We'll let you get some shout outs in and get you out of here.
Of course, first and foremost, I want to give glory to God because He's the one that gives me passion for racing, and I'm thankful for everything He's given me. So I have to shout Him out. And second of all, Premier, they're they're the best. I I'm so glad I found this, or I was invited to this group because they've made this whole thing just unbelievably fun for me, and we get to laugh during the race and have a good have good chats during practice and everything. So yeah, that's my shout outs.
All right, man. Well, congrats again, and we will see you next week.
Alrighty. See ya.
Have a good one.
Thank you, Tony.
You bet. All right, that was our race winner, Ben Ruse. Next up, we have Daniel Michelle. Daniel, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Man, another good race from you. I think you were the first one to take tires on that last caution and able to drive back up to P2. Tell us what you needed there to catch Ben there at the end.
Yeah, I had a little bit of contact on the restart. Once I had those fresh tires, I kind of got backlogged because the bottom lane was kind of full. Not a big deal. I was still able to bounce back from that. I just need a little bit more time, maybe 5 laps. I think I could have gotten to Ben, but I don't know if I had the speed to pass Ben. His pace today was extremely good. We knew it from practice. Of course, he's my teammate, and we were doing a lot of practice together, and I just could not match him in any run. So I'm happy with second. I thought maybe I could squeeze out a first place going full fuel, trying to do that last run without pitting. I had enough fuel, but I wasn't going to finish the race in first. So happy the caution came out, was able to come back, and it was a good race.
Absolutely. It looked like you guys had a lot of fun out there. It looked like it was kind of difficult to pass, at least later in the runs, but still put on a good show. Let's see, that would, for so far this season, 1 win, 4 top 5s, and 5 top 10s, currently sitting 5th in the points. So running strong this season. Congrats on the P2. We'll let you get some shout-outs in and get you out of here.
Yeah, I just want to shout out Premier Racing Team. All the guys today finished great. We had a really good day today. I want to shout out all the guys watching on our team. Everybody supporting each other, just helping each other get better. And today was a good example. We had put a lot of practice into this, and we were trying to figure out how to do better, how we can go longer and understand the car better. So I'm really happy to be around all those guys and really happy to be in this league.
Absolutely. How you feeling about next week at Summit Point?
That's gonna be fun. I'm a little worried. There's a few problem corners, especially since it's really fast front straight into a sharp right. So people are gonna be needing a lot of practice for that track. I have already put some laps down, but I will be thoroughly prepared for that race, and I'm really excited about it.
Absolutely. I think that's your first road course of the season. And yeah, Summit Point is definitely a very fun track, but it gets pretty narrow in places. So definitely going to be one of those races where you just kind of got to avoid any chaos that may happen around you and hope you can get through it clean.
Well, Sonoma was the first road
Oh, that's
course.
right. That's right. I forgot about Sonoma. But anyways, congrats on the P2. We will see you next week at Summit Point.
Yes, sir.
All right. And next up, we have our third place finisher, Charles Roberson. Charles, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Tony.
Man, took those 2 tires. I think it would have worked out for you without that caution. It definitely would have come close, but that caution kind of hurt you a little bit, and Ben was able to get around you. Tell us about your race a little bit.
Yeah, man, I don't know, just kind of qualified bad. It was just hard to pass. It was a small track, but I don't know, man. I feel like I was probably a 4th or 3rd place car, but I feel like Ben, he was definitely the guy to beat tonight. That was pretty much the only option I had there then, is take right sides and hope that the 25 didn't have enough fuel. So I definitely didn't need that last caution there. I don't know what happened with my teammate. Just kind of slowed down a little bit. But, yeah, man, it's just one of those deals. I had a bad race last week, so I was just trying to rebound, But you know me, man. If I can win, I want to win. But, if I can't, I want to finish as best as I can. So, I did that tonight, so.
Absolutely. P3 tonight. 2 wins on the season, 5 top 5s and 7 top 10s and 8 races. So definitely a strong season, the strongest we have at the moment. Also retaining the points lead. So still sitting there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to race or to watch you guys race, but I don't know. It seemed like it was pretty difficult to pass on those old tires, like you said. But you guys put on a show for what it was.
Yeah, hopefully. It was definitely a fun race. Congrats to the 9. He definitely earned it. He had the fast cars, so But yeah, man, I'll move on next week and try to get a top 10 there.
All right, man. We'll let you get some shout outs in and get you out of here.
Yeah, so thank my teammates, Isaac, you, all the sponsors, everybody. It helps out with the league. It's probably the best league I run in right now, so I'm always proud to run here.
Absolutely, and we appreciate you saying that. Congrats on the P3 tonight. Summit Point next week. How are you feeling about that?
Well, I think I finished like 7th or 6th at Sonoma. Might have been 8th. So I feel like I can get a top 10 as long as I don't will hop or make a mistake. So hopefully I can, not do that and get a top 10, try to build on my points lead.
Absolutely. All right, man. Well, we will see you next week at Summit Point. Have a good night. We'll catch you later.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Tony.
You betcha. All right. Well, that's going to wrap things up here for the week for Relentless Racing League. Shout out to all of our sponsors. Legacy of Liberty for sponsoring the O'Reilly Series. Freedom 250 sponsoring the Truck Series. Sword Dog for sponsoring the Cup Series. And Dubby Energy for sponsoring this here ARCA Series. It's been a fun week. I've had some fun. I hope y'all did. Tune in next week as we ramp things up again with the O'Reilly Series. Let's see. I'm not even sure where they're at. Let's check real quick. O'Reilly Series is going to be at Pocono, so that will be a very fun track. So tune in then. Have a good night, and we will catch y'all next time.
Relentless Racing League, NASCAR dreams, full speed kings. Let's go. Relentless on the track, ain't no tapping the brake. Cup Series leaders got the whole grid shake. Xfinity stars with the future so bright. Truck Series banging through the day and night. ARCA rookies hungry, chasing that fame. NASCAR racing blood, gasoline in our veins. Green flag wave and the engine scream. 30 cars flying, living that speedway dream. Draft so tight, bumper to chrome. Every lap of battle, this is where we roam. Rubber business racing, yeah, we know the code. Last lap glory on a victory road. From short tracks to super speedway nights, legends made under flashing lights. One mission, one name, one goal too. Relentless Racing League coming through. Relentless on the track, ain't no tapping the brake. Cup Series leaders got the whole grid shake. Xfinity stars with the future so bright. Truck Series banging through the day and night. ARCA rookies hungry, chasing that fame. NASCAR racing blood, gasoline in our veins. Tires burning sparks when we dive down low. 3-watt thunder putting on a show. Spotter calling clear, crowd on their feet. Photo finish moments can't accept defeat. Championship dreams in every lane. Only the strongest survive the strain. From pit road hustle to the checkered wave. Every driver brave, every fan amazed. History written when the engines fade. Relentless Racing League got the legacy made. Relentless on the track, full throttle rage. Cup Xfinity, trucks set the stage. ARCA rising, next gen flame. NASCAR racing power, remember the name.